and welcome, lovely folk. This is the new moon monthly reading for the sign of Leo. We have the tea leaf, and then we will be moving into Gypsy Oracle cards. For tarot, it is Yuletide Tarot. I'll grab you a Happier Me affirmation card here. I'll possibly clarify with the Enchanted World Tarot. And lastly, we have charms. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Whoa. It's funny how that kind of took a turn there. 2 turns, really, at the end. I also, it kind of segmented, so it's almost like segments. Okay, quite a bit. I feel like I say that every time, but only one of these cards. Just give me one moment here. Okay, so we have March. The month of March may have some significance for you. Something could have happened this past March. Something could happen March 2025. It's a general reading, so it's going to be different for everybody. We have Crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Well, that is definitely giving Lion, giving Leo energy there. Throne, position of authority. You got the crown and the throne. Wow. We have a rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Leg. Stepping into a new experience. I guess I should do that a little bit. Goldfish. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. V. Victory in some endeavor. So far you have all very positive cards. Rose. Romance is in the air. Club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Ear. Good news. Scissors. Disappointment in some affair. Well, so there will be disappointment in some area, but I feel like it's like water off a duck's back because there's so many freaking positive cards here. It's incredible. Rooster. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. I almost feel like that's you. Like, whoever this is shouldn't be crossing you. You know, like, when unhealthy, Leo can get, you know, have an ego, an unhealthy ego, let's put it that way. But otherwise, Leo can have a very healthy ego and just be a very confident person. So I don't think they're going to be able to make you do something against your will. You have a very strong will as a Leo. Door, which is a beautiful thing. Door, opportunities are waiting for you. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Now, I did get, and Leos can get in that place, so that could be you. I mean, I did just say Leos can have a strong will, which is a beautiful thing when directed and honed and channeled into something, but it can get in our way at other times. But in your meditation, I did get something about, I saw a blanket and a sun. Like the blanket was like kind of going over the sun, which reminded me of like, don't put comfort over happiness. And I don't know why, it just, that reminded me of that. So, because sometimes comfort is like not wanting change. So that might be something to look at here. Let me go ahead and move these. Whale, great worry over nothing. Yeah, like seriously, there's way more positive. There's so many positive cards here. So if you are worried about something, do not fret. Especially the most difficult part of a situation is over. Chain of events that will affect your life. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. Owl, good advice from a wise person. Scooch that just a touch more. Try to make some space here. King, pay attention to your health. And Cup, you should accept valid criticism. So yeah, so be open-minded, especially, you can get, Leos can definitely, like, it's a beautiful thing to have a strong will, because it can be, it's like, nobody's gonna mess with you, like, and it's also just like, it's like spirit, it's like soul. I mean, that's, Leo is driven by the sun, so it's a beautiful thing. The only thing to look out for is sometimes you can, you know, that idea of like everything revolving around the sun, getting caught in certain ways, and it can just close one off to different perspectives sometimes. So being open to valid, and let's put emphasis on valid criticism, you know, constructive criticism too at that. Don't pay any mind to anything that's dismantling or destructive in its intent, but, you know, be open to different perspectives, and perhaps even still be open but understand the intent to negative criticism, and, you know, take it with a grain of salt, take it with like healthy pride, confidence. Like, don't let any of the negativity get to you, but, you know, be open again to different perspectives. I think the biggest thing is not choosing comfort over happiness. It's okay sometimes to get a little bit uncomfortable, because that is just the idea of the unknown. That's just taking in new information, and ultimately it can be better for our happiness. Okay, so let's get your Gypsy Oracle. A lot to take in here. It could be a very busy month for you. it is, of course, the holiday season for a lot of you, which, you know, can entail a lot of this. Perhaps it's like a family member during the holidays, and it's just kind of like observe, be in tune with yourself and observe and listen, but with love for yourself, and not, you know, accepting the negativity that like could come with it, but, you know, still observing and taking it all in. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Leo, please. What does Leo need to see for their highest good? I need more messages for Leo. Okay, that's it. We have foe. So this is probably this person, this situationship with someone trying to make you do something against your will. Somebody who's like, you know, perhaps they're being not healthy in their criticism, but I see you not taking it in a way of, you know, knowing that they aren't right, and nobody's perspective of you can touch you. Like, you shape yourself, but just being open and observing all perspectives, just to kind of have a greater, wider scope. Like, not to one up the person, but just to sort of just to learn from the situation, and to, you know, be able to separate yourself from them, taking the higher road, being able to be more, what's the term I'm looking for? I don't know, kind of like showing them without having to show them. I don't quite know how to describe what I'm trying to get at there. So yeah, foe, and then interestingly we have lover, and we did have rose, romances in the air. So I don't see this, you have better things going on in life than to focus on this negative person. So yeah, basically just let that go. I'm feeling like you can't just fully walk away from the situation, but, you know, keep healthy boundaries and don't let them into your headspace, you know. And size. So it seems like maybe, like, perhaps it's really hard when it's family, if this is the case. And so, you know, it can really, I'm also kind of getting, okay, with rose, there's a rose here on the ground, and you had rose about romance. So yeah, just really try not to let this situation get in your head and, you know, cause you to toss love aside or not be open to love, because love is being offered here. There's a ship coming in. So, and I'm also just getting kind of 5 of Cups energy, so it's like, just try not to focus and cry over spilt milk, and see what is being offered. See the good. Try to see the good. Okay, let's get your tarot. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Leo, please. Messages for Leo. Their highest good. What does Leo need to see in December for their highest good? Okay. I'm actually getting this here, these two here. Okay. So firstly, we have the Mary Lud. I'm gonna have to actually. I'm guessing this is maybe a Nordic or a. I actually have never heard of this, so I'm gonna have to look into this. But I'm guessing it's like a spiritual or mythical tale, so I'm gonna look into that. But it's the High Priestess card, which is interesting because I did get two. I did see the number 2, and it did feel High Priestess in your meditation, so I did kind of wonder if this was coming, and there it is. And we had I here. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. So you're definitely being called to do that in this situation. You know, if you feel something, know that you've probably collected some kind of observant information on the matter. So trust your intuition, trust your feelings in this. Really get in tune with your feelings too, because perhaps there are some things that you know, you put to the wayside, you kind of ignore for the sake of family, but perhaps look at it because it might be trying to tell you something. It might be trying to help you learn from this situation to better yourself in some way. We have 10 of good cheer, so this is definitely having to do with family, is what I am getting. That's what I've been feeling this whole time, but this really kind of clarifies that. I think you're not letting things get to you too much, but you definitely have in the past, and this has been a lesson that you've been learning, and perhaps sometimes like things get worse before they get better. And so it's like, you know, we're observing this storm to move through it, and sometimes it just can feel chaotic, and we just really have to hone in and see that the lessons that we've learned already, and you know, that we're actually coming to a healthier well-being by being observant of it and taking actions that separate that, you know, perhaps if it's like something that goes on in the family that you don't want to pick up, like conditioning that's gone on within the family, it's like you you don't want to become that way, and you're not going to. You care so much about your well-being and not going to that place. You want to have a healthy well-being, a healthy family unit of your own, and you don't want to carry any of that baggage into your life and your family. So it's something you've looked at, and I think it can cause you some grief looking at it sometimes. So remember to see the good, remember to see all the beautiful things, and then that will be what you carry in. Of course, don't repress or ignore the bad entirely. You know, you do want to make sure you're not conditioned to be that way, but I see you're not. I see this is something you've always been aware of. And that's why, like, you felt the grief, because you've been aware of it, but you're not just subconsciously following suit. So that is beautiful to see there. We have 7 of Candles, which is the 7 of Wands there. The World in reverse. Oh, and that was reverse as well. And Ace of Gifts in the reverse. So you've closed yourself off to opportunities. I think perhaps this is that blanket over the sun thing. It is about comfort and kind of hiding yourself even. Perhaps sometimes you hide away because it's like, I think part of it is from not feeling healed by this, even though you've done a lot of healing. It's really just about letting yourself shine, being confident in who you are. Oh my gosh, I just have to say, I just looked outside. I don't know if I just saw a mockingbird or if it was a cardinal, but it only had a red head, which is why I'm like wondering if it was a mockingbird. Or sorry, not a mockingbird, a woodpecker. I'm fairly certain it was a woodpecker and not a cardinal with just a red head. It was a woodpecker. So woodpeckers are definitely about, I'll put in more of a description when I edit, but I know for sure that they are, for one, about a calling, also about messages, also about hard work and drilling into something. It's been a minute since I've looked up woodpecker. I will perhaps do woodpecker here soon in my, I think I wanted to do hawk next, but you know, maybe I'll do an extra video. So look out for that. I'll put woodpecker up for sure, but that was, you know, I saw that and it's definitely for you. There's also a blue jay next to it. Okay, so let's see, where did we leave off here? Oh yeah, so confidence. You know what, I feel like confidence is a part of woodpecker as well. Beautiful. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's time for you to you know, really accept yourself, flaws and all. Realize there's no such thing as a perfect person, and you're perfect and beautiful as you are. And allow yourself to shine, allow yourself to be seen, because you are a gift to this world. And the universe has some gifts for you if you open yourself to them. So lastly, we have the 2 of good cheer, which is the 2 of cups, which is definitely this romance that's in the air. And we have Knight of good cheer, Knight of cups in the reverse, and Knight of candles. So I would say, I think this is actually about you. I think because you're perhaps not fully, like, if you fully open to this, I think that emotional gratification can be there. But if you stay closed off, it might just be a temporary passion, a flirtation. So really try to, if you want something to be more deeply fulfilling, you know, you have to open yourself up to that, you know, especially like, look, this card, you know, he's opening this heart card. So, you know, if you stay closed off emotionally and you're not willing to emotionally meet somebody, then they might not meet you there either. I think they want to offer you, like, Two of Cups, you know, they want to offer you their cup, but you know, what you present to them will reflect back to you. So, you know, if you're not ready to connect on an emotional or some kind of deeper level, then they're going to sense that and, you know, pull back a little bit. And it's not to say that it can't open up in the future, but there just needs to be some work in the heart chakra area to get there. But there's definitely passion here. There is definitely attraction. So definitely look out for that. There's going to be, perhaps at a gathering, a party, you know, it could just be at the store, but it could be an event. It could be a musical event. It could be a play. You know, there's a multitude of possibilities, of course, but there's going to be an attraction. And you know, at least for within this month, there might be some holding back, but I think the love is there. I think you will meet each other as much as you've met yourself. And so whatever you bring, you know, whatever you offer in your cup will reflect back at you. And if it just is going to take time, then it'll just take time. I think they're very attracted here, and there is, you know, romance in the air. There's a possibility of a future here with this person, especially all these positive cards. All right, let's go ahead and get your affirmation card. I love seeing the woodpecker for you. Alright, spirit guides and angels. Messages for Leo, please. Okay. Did we start off with that there? What I seek is seeking me. I feel like that message is for you as well. What I seek is seeking me. I feel like that's where that started off. Alright, I forgive myself and learn from my mistakes. We all make mistakes. You are not less for making them. You are more because you learn from them. And that goes even with, like, in a familial area. Like, even witnessing mistakes perhaps your parents have made, or you've seen, you've witnessed in your family. You've also, like, grown and learned from them. And it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to repeat, or just mistakes from conditioning. Like, you're more because you've learned from them. So don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel, everybody, you know, nobody is perfect, and everybody goes through these things. I am doing my best, and that is enough. We can grow only by accepting our current limitations. Time will bring new skills, but also new limitations, and each time we will do our best with what we have. So know you're doing a great job. Know that, we're always presented with challenges and limitations. As I said, you don't want to limit yourself, you want to break through. But that doesn't mean, sometimes we only have certain resources at our disposal. Like, we have to work with what we have. So, you're doing a beautiful job. I feel like this is kind of a nod from your spirit guides and angels saying, like, you're passing these tests, you're doing a great job. Be proud. Alright, so let's go ahead and get your charms here. We have a violin. I'm kind of getting leer off of this, especially with this lover card. I'm kind of getting, at first there might be some like shyness in this romance, but that you do eventually both open up and play your heart songs to each other. But also, again, this could be a musical event that you meet this person, because the leer is what made me think that, actually. It's what brought that. So, very much so could be a musical event that you go to, perhaps a concert. It could still be a play, maybe an opera, something with music. And we have a star, very much so allowing yourself to shine, knowing you're attractive, and attracting what is meant for you. What I seek is seeking me. And lastly, we have baby here. So for some of you, this could be part of your future. Some of you perhaps already have a child. Know that that's like, for what's meant, your future, whatever's meant for you, that won't be an issue if you're worried about that. If you're worried about like there not being acceptance of that, fearful that somebody wouldn't want to take that on, don't worry. The right person will come in and they would embrace that child as well. And I think, again, like, great worry over nothing. Don't worry about this. If anything, it shows you who is mature enough, who is strong enough to be in your life. Alright, so we will leave this here. I thank you so much for all the likes, comments, and shares. They truly help get these messages out to those they are meant for. I want to wish you a wonderful holiday season, no matter what it is that you celebrate. And I want to thank you for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of your journey as well. Until next time, lovely folk.
you.